Right, this is the presentation for my FMP Surviving the Wild with Treehouse Trevor. The introduction basically set out to make a film, a short film, and I basically made a film with the genre of mockumentary. So it's a funny film and all that kind of stuff. I conducted 3 surveys throughout this entire thing. The first survey was film concepts, where I basically asked my participants and respondents would they basically like the idea of my film. The first question was, would you watch a mockumentary based around a survivalist or prepper? Overall it was yeah, some of it was maybe. Only one person said no, but you're going to see a trend throughout the rest of my answers, but only one person said no to everything. Basically, I don't really like online surveys because people can take the opportunity to take the piss. I then asked, have you heard of Ray Mears or Bear Grylls? Overall, everyone said yes, and then you've got that one respondent but kept on clicking no. So a lot of people have heard of Ray Mears or Bear Grylls, which is good because I planned to reference Ray Mears and Bear Grylls throughout my film. The next is the synopsis of my mockumentary. Trevor Martin, better known to the prepping world as Treehouse Trevor, is an aspiring survivalist / prepper. He idolizes Ray Mears and Bear Grylls and has been approached by a documentary crew who wants to film his prepping techniques in the hope to get a TV deal. However, even though Trevor can talk the talk, he can't walk the walk. He's basically useless when it comes to prepping. He barely survives as it is. Join Treehouse Trevor for an adventure which sees a lovable lump fail at everything he tries. I then asked would people watch this. Overall, everyone said yes, apart from that one respondent who kept on saying no to everything. I then asked how well do you know about survivalist prepping techniques. Basically, everyone said no or some knowledge. Only 2 people said very well, but you know. I then asked, do you have any suggestions to improve the given narrative? As you can see, a lot of people took this opportunity to take the piss, but I did get maybe about 5 good answers from this. You can see like where somebody's given me an idea to develop the narrative, and I actually took that on board and chose to further improve my narrative. I've next got the interview, which I conducted with one of my peers. I'm not going to show that. Basically, it's just the same questions that I asked in my survey, but getting qualitative data. And I prefer this type of primary research because you and your like peer or whoever you're interviewing can basically talk more about what the questions are. You can elaborate more on the questions. They can elaborate more on their answers, and it basically gave me a better idea as to how I can do things. I then conducted a lifestyle survey. Question 1: how old are you? Everyone is basically below the age of 25 in this one. My target audience is basically aged from 18 to 25. So this is a pretty decent lifestyle survey, and it gives me an all-round view on how people basically live their lives in this age range. I then asked what their gender was. Most of it was male, a lot of it was female, but I don't really like to take this into context when I'm establishing a target audience for this film. If you look at things like The Office US, The Office UK, and Derek, they're all mockumentaries, but they don't really define a gender in their target demographic, because usually comedy can get around to a lot of people unless you're a stand-up comedian. Question 3: what is your ethnicity? Most of them was white British. This doesn't really, help my target audience, but it does allow me to identify a correlation between the ethnicity and the choices of lifestyle throughout the survey. Question 4 was a multiple choice question where I basically asked people to choose their favourite genres of film. You can see that comedy has leveled it out with fantasy, sci-fi and thriller, and has actually got more basically choices than action, which is a very popular type of film. Since my film is going to be a comedy, and it is a comedy, I like to see that a lot of people do like the comedy genre, and it gives me a better feeling towards how well my film is going to do. Question 5 was, how often do you watch movies? It's a simple question that allowed me to view how often my respondents watch movies. I saw that the overall majority is very often, which is very good, and there was a small even split between not at all and extremely often. It's good to see that people who are taking this lifestyle survey, who have also taken my film concept idea and later on my audience feedback survey, it's good to see that they actually watch movies so they can themselves compare my film to other films, which I would be doing myself. Question 6 is, how do you watch movies? Overall, basically everyone in this survey at this age watches their movies on Netflix or Amazon Prime or Now TV. You can see that the cinema is very popular with my age range, or that's not where they go and watch most of their movies. Question 7 was, how often do you hear about a new movie? This was basically designed to allow me to see what platform I could put out a possible trailer for my film, or how I could possibly market my film. You can see overall it's YouTube or IMDb. YouTube is very popular for basically finding films, because you can get YouTubers who react to a trailer or analyze a trailer, or even channels that show the trailers on films, and that's how a lot of people get their movies. My next part was the audience profile. I basically just put together a small audience profile of my typical respondent from the lifestyle survey. You can see that on this audience profile you can see social media such as Facebook, Twitter and Snapchat, as well as websites such as YouTube. And you can just see that this is how I could possibly advertise on a platform to market my film on. I then conducted an online forum, which is basically a Facebook group chat. I asked the same questions that I asked in my survey, and you can just see that I get more individual answers. I guess the best way to put that would be, you see that people can elaborate more on their answers. They can elaborate more on what they want to know, on basically what the question is. And it's really good. I then went on to the editing process of my film, which I found quite easy. Normally I would have a bit of trouble using Final Cut because I don't see myself as an editor, but this time round it wasn't too bad. I actually really enjoyed it. Sorting out the audio levels, doing different kind of cuts. This time was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. And overall, my final product, as you can see in these screenshots that I'm about to show you, are actually it looks pretty decent. They're really good camera angles. I have to thank my crew for that, and the actors just suited the role perfectly. So as you can see, there are some good shots. And now I'm on to the audience feedback part of my presentation. And overall, I didn't really hear anything too negative about the quality of the film. A lot of people said that the technical quality is near professional, or it's good, and I really like to see that, because previously I've been really kind of hard on myself when it comes to the quality of my films, but this time I put a lot of effort into it. I really enjoyed what I was doing, and I think it shows in the technical quality and also the aesthetic quality. The aesthetic quality, I can do as much as I could in the colour grading on the editing, but I really have to thank my crew again. They were really good with camera angles and shots, and basically did what they were set out to do, and I can't really ask anything more of that. I then asked, did you personally enjoy the short film? Only one person said no, but overall everyone said yes. That one person said no. I could probably see why they wouldn't enjoy it. They may not like the layout of a mockumentary. They may have thought some bits were too long, some bits were too short, there wasn't enough of this, there wasn't enough of that. But if somebody doesn't enjoy a film, it's not too bad. Not everyone is going to enjoy a film, not everyone is going to find it perfect. I then asked, do you believe that the actor suited the role? And everyone said yes. The reason why I chose my actor is because the main character of Treehouse Trevor is basically set around this guy, and he's good on camera, he's very good on camera, and he could just put the role of Treehouse Trevor into such a genuine thing that he would suit the role any day of the week, and I think that really showed and really improved the quality of my film. So yeah. Next, I asked, did you like the concept of the film? Only one person said no. I think that was probably the same person who said, did they enjoy the film? But you know, like, people are entitled to their opinions, but the vast majority said yes, which is nice. I also then put in a qualitative question into my film. I asked, if you could, how would you improve a short film? And here I got a lot of constructive feedback and how I could improve the film given more time. As you can see, one respondent said, I think it could be condensed, cut down to 6 minutes. Also, it could do with a few more cutaways. I really agree with this. Watching the film back over and over and over again, I can see that some parts of my film are way too long. For example, the part where Trevor goes to go pick up firewood, I feel like that could be cut down by at least 40 seconds, which is really, like, see somebody else agree with that point of view. It's really good. One person said less swearing and more structure. I did release a censored version of my edit, and I believe that there was more structure than this person's like giving me like criticism for. It had its structure there, and basically Trevor was useless. And as you can see, there are more people who have got positive feedback, which just makes me feel better about my work and better about how the film is done. And really, it's just down to how well I was motivated to do it, and I was really motivated to do it. I've been looking forward to doing this for a while now. But thank you, that was my presentation. Have a good day.